just need to learn to trust. You just need to learn to trust the divine. You want to control the situation. You think that you have to now take a decision that will really influence where you're going to go. So you would right now imagine yourself that you are in a crossroad and that you have to choose. If I go with this new person, then I'm completely sealing the road towards my old person. And if I don't do it, then I'm staying. No, you're on the same journey all the time. You're on the same journey. This new person is a stepping stone, is a lesson, is a chapter. It's something that you are guided to explore for your greatest benefit. I'm hearing for the greatest benefit of both of you. I strongly feel you have a soul contract with this person. So the more you're resisting, right? The more you are prolonging actually your journey. You're slowing yourself down. Watch the previous part so it makes sense, because it's important. I feel like it's gonna be a very important part of your journey of healing. I feel it's gonna help you grow emotionally, mature emotionally, learn to handle your emotions better, look deeper inside yourself, gain more self-awareness, because there's still something within you that you still have a bit of I was hearing panic, but it may not be for all of you, but there's still a level of fear within you to go towards the unknown, to really trust the divine. Okay, if you've sent me this person, if I really strong, what did I say in the previous part? Watch the previous part. If you really feel a strong pull towards someone, it doesn't really matter if it's a soul connection, if it's a karmic connection. It means that there is a lesson in that connection. And when we are already on some level healed and matured, we just realize that we have to explore it slowly, without giving this person our energy, without giving this person our body, without committing to this person, but explore it as a friendship to see what is it that I can learn, because we have that soul contract to learn something from each other. So let's. You have to trust that what you're being sent, especially for those of you, I feel like for some of you, it really may be something that you've been resisting. I feel like for most of you, it's not that you just met someone like yesterday and now you're watching this reading, but I feel like it may be someone who was in your energy. So maybe a friend that you put in a friend zone and was, periodically insisting on having something more. Maybe someone who was, you would push them back and they would stay in your orbit and then periodically check in. Are you sure? I would really want to take you out. I feel like there has been some sort of a resistance within you because of everything that we said in the previous part. Let's do another row. What else we need to let go of? A hollow feeling. 9 of Cups in reverse. I feel this is going to really teach you to let go of... something is coming to my mind specifically. You know how I always say to you guys that when we are wanting to become master manifestors, when we want to try to teach ourselves to manifest, manifestation is not about thinking about specific thing, and by thinking about that, you attract that. So if you want to manifest, a relationship, you manifest the frequency of love. You cannot manifest a specific person. It would take away their freedom. When you manifest a career or abundance, you cannot be manifesting that I'm going to be living in this specific house and this specific area and this city, that's going to be my job. You manifest a frequency. So those visualizations and dreams, what they serve is that if you are really, let's say you want to have a specific job, and you dream about a specific job in a specific place, a specific activities. You close your eyes, you tap into that energy, you visualize yourself doing that. And by doing that, by visualizing it, you feel the frequency of how it's going to feel. What's it going to be like? But then you have to let go of the physical. Because perhaps that specific job that you are imagining, it's not something that you're meant to do, but your little human brain cannot even begin to comprehend the plan that the divine has for you. And it's same with love. You may be imagining yourself with your person doing this and that, and that's what you want to manifest. But if you don't let go of the physical visualization, you actually may be stopping that the divine has so much more planned for you. Maybe with or maybe not with this person, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? We cannot think, it's like you still think that you know better than the universe, what you want and what is good for you. You will never, because you are bound, your soul is bound by this physical body. This is exactly why we have higher self and we have guides. This is exactly why part of this journey is to let go, is to understand, okay, my spirit that resides in this avatar is never going to be completely able to comprehend certain things because it is bound by this avatar. It's part of the journey. This is why another part of me exists back in the astrals, which is my higher self, that I need to connect and without questioning listen to the guidance, right? It feels like right now, this collective, you convince yourself that if you're going to start the connection with this person, you are sealing the past with the other person and the opportunities with the other person, and you are settling without hope for your ultimate dream come true. But it's not true. It's not true. Slow and steady, with no commitment, with no promises, with no jumping into things, with no 0 to 100, controlling your anxieties. It's just a test. It's just not a test. It's a lesson. It's a lesson. There's something that this person's going to teach you and you're going to teach them. Nine of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Read what it says here. Do you see this? Beyond your control. Beyond your control. You are overthinking. I promise you, okay, that in 6 months from now, you can write down all the doubts, all the overthinking, all the ridiculous nonsense, scenarios that are playing in your little head. 6 months from now, you will read that and you will laugh. Because this is the thing with overthinking. We worry, we think about things that they're not even going to happen. It's not going to even be your problem, right? So just allow things to develop. There is a karmic lesson within it. It's your turning point, but you're not seeing it the way it is, for what it is. You're worrying, you're thinking it's just, there's this finality within you. There's this finality within you. Page of Cups. I feel this is what needs to happen right now in this situation, and you can also harvest the energies of the eclipse to help you to go through this. I feel like you need to really mature. I feel there's still a little bit of naivety. Is that's the word within you. Maybe you're very sensitive. Maybe you're sensitive to the point that you're thinking that, exploring things with this person will feel like a betrayal towards the person that you're really connected to, and because you still have feelings for them. Maybe you feel that you're not going to be able to go all in, or maybe there's a vortex of emotions that you're not really managing too well, to be honest. Knight of Coins in reverse. You think like this is gonna be the end. Like this is gonna slow down your healing journey. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking? It's such a complicated topic. Complex, not complicated. Complex. This is why I always say to you guys, if you are truly on a journey of divine love, if you truly identify with this journey, you have to have a mentor, okay? I don't care what anyone says. You cannot just rely on collectives and, some energy healings and some self-shadow work. You have to have a mentor, another divine feminine who has been through this journey and who will be able to guide you through it until the moment that you find your inner guru, you find your center, and you will be able to guide yourself through it. Why? Because there's certain complexities of this journey, certain topics that you really need to break down with your mentor and understand. The reason I say this is because I'm just hearing, I've been talking a lot on my channel, right? If you watch me, I've been talking a lot about that there's a moment in this journey that the feminines get a little cocky and go back into their ego and start thinking, my masculine is behind, he's not doing any work, look how I grew, look how I'm glowing, and he's still like in the matrix, in his ego, maybe with third party. I deserve love, I deserve to be, aligned with a soulmate. And I always say this to you guys, you have the right to do this, right? We have free will. It is your life to manage. However, it only means that you weren't ready to conquer this journey. You will not reach your divine feminine, because true divine feminine has no entitlement. True divine feminine doesn't need a relationship or a soulmate, or she doesn't say things like, I deserve to be loved, right? I'm going to do this and that. And you just accept your life for the greatest gift that it is of your mission, right? And as divine feminines, truly awakened people, we understand that meaning of life is not to be in a relationship, right? There's so many greater things that we can accomplish and we can achieve. It should only be a byproduct of our life of alignment with a true soulmate or twin soul, as a divine union, when it comes at the right time, just when it's ripe, right? So maybe you've heard me say this, and me, or maybe some other wise divine feminine, and if you heard someone say this, perhaps there's a mentality in your head that, oh my God, but if I settle with this new person, right, it's going to mean that I'm settling, it's going to mean that I'm abandoning the journey, it's going to mean that I'm giving up, that I'm closing the door on my person. But it doesn't. In this case, for this specific collective, it doesn't. It is just a lesson. You are really giving this, you're making it too big of a deal. That's what I'm going to tell you. Making it too big of a deal. Watch that episode that I told you from my masterclass. Sometimes we are being sent other men to really, really understand the distortion, the level of distortion when it comes to love, when it comes to dating, to recalibrate ourselves on our journey, to test us, are we really already are who we say that we are, right? Because if you cannot, again, hold your true divine feminine energy, I am here, I'm going to receive, I'm just going to, I've released my anxieties, I've released my worries. If you cannot do this with a new person, how are you going to be able to do this with your true divine masculine? You're not. So there's a lesson in it, and you are still in your anxiety. You are still overthinking. This whole situation, nothing happened just yet, and you're already overthinking. You're already in mental anguish. It's not going to stop you. It's part of your healing journey. One more. Knight of Cups in reverse. Unrequited lover. I feel, I feel you are being sent something that can be a milestone on your journey. It can be a beautiful adventure. It can be a beautiful connection. We sometimes connect to soulmates. Again, just advice, protect your vessel. But on a level of just, a little romance, a little dating, sometimes we are being sent soulmates because there is a lesson for both of us in that, right? It's sort of a making use of that time in separation. And I feel like instead of seeing a beautiful gift from the universe that you received of this person that will awaken certain feelings within you, maybe this collective, you've been in so much pain and heartbreak, missing your person. Maybe you need a little romance. Maybe you need to remind yourself that what is it that you deserve? how really you should be treated, how dating should look like and how it shouldn't look like. But you're obsessively wanting to control the situation. You're overthinking it. You're taking away. You need to be a little bit more lighthearted in this situation. A little bit more lighthearted in this situation. Okay, let's pull a couple of these for guidance, and then we're gonna do the second part that I said. So what you need to walk towards, what you need to do more of. One more. One more. Sound healing at the bottom of the deck. Okay, what do we have? What do we have? We have sacral chakra. Surprise, surprise. Number 18. Maybe there is a, maybe there is an element of testing that in this whole situation. I'm hearing that it may be that you are afraid that you are actually attracted to this person. In exploring this connection, you may actually realize that there is still a longing for human touch, for human attention within you. I feel for this collective, there is still something on the level of your sacral, on the level of your womb, the connection to your womb, really being the gatekeeper of your womb. This is what a true divine feminine is. We are the gatekeeper of our wombs. True divine feminine understands that we have not just the right, the obligation to say to a man that we need as much time as we want to before we are ready to explore intimacy. So the platonic dating, it can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be a year. Until you feel safe in his presence, until you feel that he is your counterpart, that you are ready to step into divine union with, there shouldn't even be a consideration. It may be your test of that, how much you respect your sacral, how much you understand that we set the bar for men. And it also teaches us respect to another person. You guys know that I always talk about this when it comes to like this divine union and divine feminine masculine flow. Similarly, just like they don't have the right to our sacral, we don't have the right to their hearts. It's something that should be given freely when you are ready. So we are entitled and allowed, feminine, to protect our sacral until we feel safe with a man, just like they are allowed to protect their hearts and not be completely vulnerable until they are ready. And through our divine energy, in a true divine union, we create space. So a man is supposed to make you feel safe enough to release your energy and your sacral vessel to him. And in the same place, same way, you are supposed to make him feel spiritually safe enough, emotionally safe enough to release his heart's vulnerability and give you the key to his heart, right? I feel that there may be still some insecurities, still some blockages that this person will reveal for you. We have connect to nature, which is beautiful. I feel like you are in a bit of anxiety. You are a bit of in a mental anguish. The situation is showing you that you haven't really released certain things. So I feel like you could really use connection to nature. So tomorrow, solar eclipse, connect to the energy of the sun. If you're somewhere when you can go out for a walk, to get some daylight, to get some sunlight, really connect into nature. We have shamanic healing. maybe you need a little bit of healing. Maybe you need, we also had sound healing, so maybe you and clear energy as well, so maybe you need a little bit of healing. I feel there may be some anxiety in your energy body. There may be some, it's like you're not my candle just went crazy. You're not seeing things lightheartedly. You're taking it too seriously, which is causing a bit of a buildup in your energy body. I'm gonna do a bit of a healing for the eclipse season, to help us to release what is not serving, focusing especially around solar plexus. So being authentic, and that's also another card of yours. Be authentic, be seen. So you may want to join us tomorrow for that. Be authentic, be seen. I feel like I don't want to go there in too many details, right? Because it is a collective. So sometimes certain things are difficult to be covered on collectives. But I feel like you're not even realizing that this person will be a test. Are you ready to be your true, divine, authentic, feminine self in a connection, in a romantic connection? They will show you certain things that you haven't healed just yet. So are you really in a place where you are not afraid to ask for what you need? Are you really in a place when you are ready to have a mature, open, vulnerable conversation in a relationship? Are you ready to say to another person what has caused you pain and distress without allowing yourself to be gaslit that they didn't have, bad intention? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to hold your ground? Are you ready to protect your sacral vessel? Are you ready to really be who you are unapologetically, not being ashamed to admit to this person that you are maybe spiritual, that you have certain things in your life? I don't know why I'm guided to pull one of these for you. We're going to do this later. I was looking at them and they were calling me. I almost never use them. So I again, watch the whole part, but I would just slowly explore it. There's a reason, there's a destined karmic reason in there. So stop being such a stubborn little, All right, let's then tap into, let's maybe pull one of these, and then we're gonna tap into what's let's pull one of these. Why would I? Hallowed hearts, sensuality, gentleness, nakedness, hallowed heart, number 30. I don't want to get a booklet. You guys, this is why I created my oracle with the writing. I mean, if you're a reader, if you have a lot of cards that you use, who even knows where these booklets are? And they're like essays for every card. It's like, who would want to be bothered unless you're someone who has 1 or 2 oracle cards and then you pull it one card for monthly guidance. But if you're a reader, you're constantly using these. Where are these booklets? I don't know, but there's something in here. I feel, I'm just looking at this. I'm trying to, activate imagery within me just by looking at it. I feel like you felt like you were healing from your person, but you're not even realizing that on some level you have locked your heart. There's something that this new person needs to awaken. Just go with it. Just go with it. All right. What's the guidance for this collective when it comes to your path? What is it that we need to walk towards? What is it that we need to embrace? Let's do 4 of these, and then we're going to do tarot. Take a risk, venture forward. All right. Take a risk, venture forward. Take a risk. You're just obsessing. You're just so afraid. Narrow pathway, tread thoroughly. I keep seeing this crossroad that I told you about. You in your mind are thinking, and you're saying to yourself that if you start to explore things with this person, you will close the door for the past person, the person you're connected to, that you think is your true divine counterpart, and that you're not ready to do that. But there is no crossroad right now. You are walking the path, and the divine actually wants to narrow that path, to make it more precise, to make it's a stepping stone to help you. Miracles, expect the wonders to emerge. Yeah, how about you treat this situation like a little genie lamp? How about you rub it and see what happens? Ooh, I just oh my god, my mind. Don't rub it. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. You know what I meant. Respect your vessel. How about you just explore what happens? What happens? Maybe you're gonna have some beautiful moments. Maybe, sometimes when we are so obsessing with our masculine, and we tell ourselves that we're detached, but we're constantly like wanting them to return. Sometimes energetically we're not allowing them to progress, because we're constantly just like in this obsessive energy over them. We're supposed to connect deeply to them, not be attached to them. So sometimes situations like that, they really help us to think about something else, and think about someone else, and be excited to receive a message from someone else, right? Watching clouds, lay back, rest, and relax. Exactly. You are overthinking, you are overstressing. It's something that it was meant to happen. It's gonna be a sort of this final class for your divine feminine powers and empowerment. So just take a risk, allow it to happen, see where it leads you. Don't rub it. Sorry. Alright, yeah, 4 of you. You're just right now in your energy, you're very blah. It's like it's a part of you, okay? A part of you subconsciously is telling you that you should explore it. It's telling you that you should really explore it, right? And that there's a reason that this person was put in front of you. But instead of, trusting, unconditionally trusting the universe and your guides, you are just sad. You're sad. Maybe you even have thoughts like, oh my god, if I was sent this person, maybe it means then my true divine is never going to return to me, so the universe is giving me an opportunity. No. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, on top of that narrow pathway, you are on your highest, most abundant timeline. By exploring what universe sent to you and trusting that there's a reason in it, you are not stepping away from that path. You are anchoring yourself in it. Again, you guys, this is why it's coming to my mind for a reason, right? Because what's coming to my mind now, I want to say to you, I want to stop to say this to you. There are feminines